So for those of you wondering why I have a shaky cam, this is why. I'm in the process of moving and I do not have my tripod. It is unfortunately packed up, so I actually have to hold my camera. So I do apologize for that. But this is why that is.
War. War never changes.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Victor Gaming Network. So today, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on Voldemort, Origins of the Heir. This is the unofficial fan film, basically giving the origin story of Voldemort, including his time in Hogwarts, what kind of drove him to become the Dark Lord, and just kind of his findings of the different Horcruxes and things like that. And for the most part, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. It was one positive I do want to mention here. I actually have some notes, so bear with me here. But one thing I did actually really thoroughly enjoy was the cinematography. Was fantastic. In my opinion, the cinematography, which, you know, how the camera moves around and pans in and out, things like that. In my opinion, the cinematography was on par of some like high budget Hollywood movies. It was really, really fantastic, and I was not expecting that good of cinematography, mainly because it was a fan film, so you're not when going into it, you're not expecting it to be I hate to say professional, but you're not expecting that professional quality or level necessarily. But it was fantastic. It was phenomenal. Basically, the story, one thing I thought was really unique about this as well was the story was told through the use of flashbacks and some kind of like minor monologuing, which was really phenomenal. I really liked it. It made it really unique. Well, I was about to say the game, but it made it really unique. Made the film really unique. And it really kind of showed how clever Voldemort actually is. Because it kind of showed how he exploited different weaknesses. It showed how he managed to frame other people for murders or crimes that he actually committed himself. And I thought that was fantastic. It was really good. You also get introduced to some of the other heirs, which was really cool. You get introduced to McLaggen, the heir to Gryffindor, and Lazarus Smith to Hufflepuff, which was really interesting. And the relationships between, you know, all the different characters was really well done, at least in my opinion. And one more thing I want to mention too was that the visual effects were stunning, absolutely amazing. Especially when it came to casting the spells and shit like that, the visual effects were amazing. Now, unfortunately, there is a couple negatives that I have to mention here, and again, this is all just my opinion. Now, I want to mention that the first issue for me was the lip syncing. The lip syncing was a little off. Throughout the majority of the movie, actually, the lip syncing is kind of off. You know, like the lip syncing was just kind of off, and it was really off-putting. And unfortunately, that is like that through the majority of the film. And then the other downside or negative that I can really say, again, in my opinion, is that the ending was rather weak. I was expecting the film to end off on a better note than what it actually did. That's not a big issue. It was just more of a personal thing for me. Something that I kind of disliked. I would have wished for the film to end off on a better note, on a more strong note. It kind of ended rather weak. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Voldemort, Origins of the Heir. Really phenomenal film. I don't know if I would say phenomenal. It was a good film. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You can actually watch the full film on YouTube for an hour. Like I said, it's only an hour, and it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a phenomenal film, but it was really good. It's definitely worth checking out, especially for those who haven't actually read the books. So it explains a lot more about Voldemort and things like that. For those of you who have maybe not have read the books or anything, that's, like I said, not a whole lot to talk about. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Couple minor issues I had with it, but apart from that, I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Until then, take care.